Good morning, everyone. Welcome back for some more trading. Let's get straight into the setups before we jump to the 1 minute stuff. At the moment on the Dow yearly high low, we can see we've pushed quite up from these lower levels. This 50 level currently acting as support, resistance still the 61.8. Remember, above the 61.8, we aim for that 89. But currently, trend is still down 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic is below signal line and still trading below that 38.2 as well. So as we're sitting in this consolidation area, wait for a push below 38.2. We aim for the 11. And as I said, above 61, we aim for the 89. But for now, trend is down on this time frame. On the monthly high low, this is the daily time frame. Currently, the level of resistance is at 50. Support is the 38.2. So we are moving back into that consolidation area of the monthly. Also, watch as price moves closer to this 50 level. It will also get closer to that 50 stochastic. Moving average coming up just above this 50 level. You can see stochastic is above signal line coming from below this 20 level. So chances are good that we might be going back to that 50 moving average after all. Above the 61.8, we initially want to be long and aim for the 89. But for now, just watch out for these previous highs of the month. Just above that 50 level, we need to break that, and above the 68.1 in order to get there. But as I said, obstacles along the way might be the 50 moving average as we take a look at it as it's getting closer to this 50 level. But for now, trend is down 50 above 21 above 8. On the hourly, we did get a trigger long for the weekly high low there above the 100 level. So first target we are aiming for is this 127, and then final target 161.8 for the take profit. Trend is up on the hourly, 8 above 21 above 50. Stochastic is above signal line. Both are trading above the 61.8 level. So both these indicators are giving us a great sign that we want to be long, especially since we did get this trigger for a long on the weekly picture. This is the hourly time frame, and as I said, trend is up 8 above 21 above the 50. On the daily high low, let's have a quick look at where the next trigger will be. Candle closed above this 100 level, broke previous candle high, so that is a trigger for the daily. So next target will be this 127. We're about halfway. So shorts are now valid below this 100 level since we are about halfway. So candle closed back below this 100 level, break previous candle low. We aim for first target 77, and then final target 61.8 for the take profit, with the stop being about halfway in between the 127 and this 100 level. Trend is up on the 5 minutes, 8 above 21 above 50. Stochastic and signal line both trading above this 89 level. So both these indicators are telling us that we initially want to be long and aim for this first target 127, but shorts are available below the 0 level. On the ALSI weekly high low, we can see monthly high low. This is the weekly time frame. Got this huge push down below this 77 level, almost going straight back to that 50 moving average, but we pulled all the way back with this big gap in the morning. So now current level of, let's have a quick look, of support and resistance. Resistance is that 100, support is this 89 level. Remember, above this 100 level, we want to push towards this 127. We can see that has already been accomplished throughout this year so far. So above this high, we obviously aim for the 161 level, but we do have a lot of resistance coming our way since this is the highs of the year so far, just above this 127 level. But trend is still up 8 above 21 above 50. Stochastic trading below the signal line and below this 80 level. However, we did already go slightly back to that 50 moving average. So let's see if we're possibly going to get a push up above this 100 level, still aiming for the 127. On the monthly high low, we can see we dropped quite a bit below this 161 level, so no real levels of support over there, but that has changed. Current level of resistance is this 0 level, support is the minus 127. Above the 0 level, we want to be long and aim for back to the 38.2, that consolidation area. And we can see we did get a massive gap this morning of about, let's have a quick look. That gap was about 1,677 points, huge gap. So obviously we tend to always close these gaps, but we need to take a look. As the ALSI dropped already a couple of points, let's see if we go back to this 50 moving average on the daily and possibly above the 0 level, aim for that 38.2. But as I said, watch this gap. This might still be available for the ALSI to close it. But for now, trend is still down 50 above 21 above 8, stochastic below signal line and still trading below this 38.2. On the weekly high low, also we did get this opening gap took us straight above that 0 level. So let's see next trigger for a short. Since we have respected that 11, you can candle close below the 0, break previous candle low, will trigger shorts on the weekly high low, especially since this is still an available gap to be closed. We might get a trigger for a short over there, which will be very valuable, and that will mean if we have to close this gap, final target at the minus 161 then for the take profit. currently acting as resistance, this 50 moving average on the hourly. Also, this 11 level on the hourly is also acting as very significant resistance. Trend is busy making its way to the upside, but for now, 50 above 21 above 8 still indicating that the trend is down. Just keep an eye out for this possible 821 crossover confirming the uptrend. Also, stochastic is above the signal line and trading slightly below the 61.8. So it will be nice to get it confirmed 821 crossover with stochastic pushing above that 61.8. On the daily, this huge gap, the only available trade at the moment for the daily high low will be candle close below the 161.8 break previous candle low. We aim for final target 127, and then below that we aim from 127 back to 100, but we will update it as soon as we do get there. For now, we are quite extended above these daily high low targets, so we're just going to keep an eye on this and see if we do get a trigger for a short below the 161. If we do get that short, it will mean we already triggered short on the weekly high low below the 0, and we'll possibly be aiming for closing this gap right there at the 100. On US Tech yearly high low, this is the weekly time frame. We can see support coming from this 23.6, resistance 38.2. Remember, below 38.2, we initially aim for the 11 target. That has not been reached yet, but it doesn't necessarily have to get there. That is just the targets we are aiming for. Trend is down 50 above 21 above 8, stochastic below signal line, and trading below this 20 level. So both these indicators are showing us that we want to be short on this time frame, as well as we have resistance from this consolidation area and support from that first target 23.6. On the daily time frame, monthly high low, current level of resistance is the 38.2, support is the 23.6. Trend is down this time frame, 50 above 21 above 8, stochastic trading slightly above signal line and above the 20 level. So chances are good that we might be going back to this 50 moving average after all. Just watch out, as I said, consolidation, low resistance, and support 23.6. We are pushing up a little bit from this double bottom level on the 0, but who knows, we might just be dropping below the 0, meaning we'll aim for the minus 127. But for now, chances are good that we might be going back to this consolidation after all. On the weekly high low, also got a trigger for the US Tech. Candle closed above the 61.8. That was the closing candle. Next candle broke that high, so that was the trigger. Triggered for a long first target 77, final target 89. If this trade works out well with the current risk reward about 189 points, 198, sorry, that is confirmed with that risk reward if we do get to that target. So that is what we are aiming for at the moment. Next available trigger long will be above the 100 level, aiming for the 161 final target. For now on the hourly, trend is up, 8 above 21 above 50. Stochastic is above signal line and trading above this 89 level, which means both these indicators are telling us that we want to be long, especially with this trigger long on the weekly high low. On the daily picture, the daily high low, this is the 5-minute time frame. We can see we did get that push above the 100 level. Missed that trigger earlier this morning, but there was a candle close break, previous candle high, almost at that first target 127. So that is initially what we are still aiming for. But for next trigger short, almost at that first target 127. So next trigger short will be below this 100, break previous candle low. We're in for the 77 first target, final target 161. Profit. Trend on the 5 minutes is up, 8 above 21 above 50. Stochastic and signal line both trading above this 80 level. So these indicators are showing us that we initially want to be long and still aim for this 127 level. But as I said, available short below this 100 level. And let's take a quick look at the DAX. DAX also trading right in between this 38.2, 23 and resistance. Now 61.8. We initially want to be long and aim for the 89 level. But still below the 0 level, we want to be short and aim for the 127. That has been achieved beautifully. We can see candle push below the 0. We hit that minus 127 almost to the T and then went all the way back up. So possibilities are strong that we might still be seeing this inside of the consolidation area as trends go down, 50 above 21 above 8. Stochastic below signal line, but trading in that consolidation area. So let's just wait for a push from that and price possibly going back inside of this consolidation. But this has pretty much been a straight line for a downtrend. So let's see if this is just the A to B up for the B to C retracement back down. We'll just keep you updated on this picture as well. On the monthly high low, this is the daily time frame as well. Resistance 23.6, support the 11. Currently, we can see stochastic is trading well above the signal line and aiming for this 50 level. If stochastic pushes above the 61.8 level, chances are very strong. We might be going back to this 38.2 of consolidation or even possibly the 50 moving average, which at the moment we are about almost 500 points still away from that. But as I said, push above this 23.6, we'll be aiming for resistance 38.2. But for now, levels we are aiming for above 61.8 will be the 89. And then furthermore, shorts below the 0 level, we aim for the minus 127. Kind of just trading in between these levels, but we will keep you updated as we are starting to make a move up on the DAX. So watch out for that 50 moving average coming up next. On the weekly high low, on the DAX, also got a trigger long for the weekly high low above the 100 level, break previous candle high. We aim for the 127 first target and final target 161.8 for the take profit. Next trigger short as we go a little bit more above this 100 level, preferably about halfway to first target. Short below the 100 becomes available. First target 77, final target 61.8 for take profit, with the stop being right in between the 127 and the 100. Trend is up, 8 above 21 above 50, stochastic above signal line, and trading above this 89 level. Daily high low, not really any more triggers for long. We've hit that final target 161.8. This trade happened pretty early this morning, but almost in a straight line. We went to that final target. So now shorts available below the 127, final target at the 100 level. So we just take this one out with the stop being in between the 127 and the 161. That risk reward is about 100, and this call 120 points. So stop will definitely be about 55 points, around there, 60 points stop. That is the next trigger for the DAX daily high low. Trend is up, 8 above 21 above 50. Stochastic trading slightly below signal line and below this 80 level. So chances are good since we hit this final target 161, that we might possibly be going back to this 50 moving average, which we're about 146 points away from at the moment. Take a quick look at the 1 minute story. Get my charts on the side ready. Great. On the 1 minute, let's take a look at the Dow. 1 minute grid stories. Significant level we have hit on the Dow. So let's see, we've hit stochastic lows over there. That's about 1.5. Still not perfect, 0.7. So probably the lows of today, that will be the grid lows. So let's see, chart time, about 0.22. And then the highs will just be trailing to the latest one, which is on my chart time, about 7.11. And then on the DAX, let's take a quick look for a possibility of a significant low coming in. You can see on stochastic, we hit a significant low over there. Let's just see if that was small enough. That was at the 0, so lows on my charts. To confirm this for you guys, that will be 309. And the highs, that will be current high, which is at 710. Take a look for possible extension fib. We do have on both of them. Still coming from the highs. See double bottom level there on the 1 minute. On the DAX as well. Range between 38 and 50. Let's have a quick look. That is still too small. Oh, no, that is 10 points. So range is actually nice on the DAX. Unfortunately, now since we've drawn it, we're already above that 38.2. So we'll just set that trigger out for now. And then on the Dow, above 38.2 to the 50, have about 7.5 points. So that is a little bit too small. Still, we're aiming for a minimum of 10. About 11 minutes until opening, so let's just keep a clean eye on the market, keep our minds empty, and let's just see what we are setting up for. So we got that 33 up through 50, which was a valid trigger for a long. You can see the signal line was still below the 50 when stochastic hit the trigger for a long up through 50. And then on US Tech, sorry, on the DAX, you can see stochastic also trading above that 61.8. Signal line still below the 50, so signal line needs to be above this 50 in order for 33 down to 50 valid shorts. You're just going to keep an eye on it. If this does hit the 77, it does qualify for a short below this 38.2, which is about 9.8 points. So I still won't take it unless we do have a little volatility after market open. Let's quick cup of coffee and let's get ready for this opening. All right, guys, we can see we're currently trading below this 89 of the 1 minute grid on the DAX. That is currently acting as resistance. So watch out, we haven't reached the 77 yet, so short below 38.2 is not valid. We need that 77% retracement, although the ranges are beautiful. From 38 to 23 is outstanding 16 points already. 14.3. So we just need to wait for that 77% retracement. We'll watch for the short coming up. 33 down to 50 for the shorts. I'll take that short. Short. Only going for the 5 points. Just waiting for that stochastic follow through. And we hit TP on that one. Watch for this 89 off the 1 minute grid as support, acting on the Dow as well as 50 moving average. So I won't look for any shorts at the moment since we have all this moving average support plus the 89 off the 1 minute grid. Just stay out of the shorts at the moment for the Dow. We've hit that 89, but as I said, below 38.2. Let's just have a quick look. We might just have enough range there for about 10 points. We need to be precise about this. 9.5. It's not opening yet. 3 more minutes. I'll sit out of that one, but we had a nice short on the DAX. But 2 minutes, couple of seconds to go for opening. Couple of seconds to go for opening. To break these highs on the Dow, keep in mind trend is up. We still have an outstanding target of the 127 on the daily high low, so it is valid for a trend chaser. I'm going to put it a little bit above this level. Since we do have opening coming up, I'm going to look at taking that for about the 5 points. Yeah, that's already taken. Going to monitor it, have to get a manual close on that. I'm out of that one. Yeah, that spiked down. It is opening, so let's just wait. I trail this 1 minute grid to the latest high. We've reached that 77 on the DAX. So short below this 38.2 is valid. Going to put the extension foot on the Dow to the side for a bit. Going to monitor the sell stop below 38.2 on the DAX extension fib. So if it does push the price down, I'm going to extend my TP to these lows and see when it pushes down. 50 moving average support coming up on the DAX. On the 5 minutes, we're trading around the 23.6 of the monthly high low, as well as final target 161 of daily. Hasn't picked up the sell yet. Watch for 33 down to 50 on both. I'd rather just take the DAX short below 38.2. The Dow, I'm just going to wait for it to actually break below those moving averages and below the 89 of the 1 minute grid. Took the sell on the DAX. Above the 89, we have to get out. Just wait for the market to do its thing. Next short coming up 33 down to 50 on the Dow. Long wicks and tails on the DAX. Got our first 5 minute candle after opening. Not the best so far, just a bunch of wicks and tails, but just keep an eye on it. US Tech also reached that first target of daily high low 127. The stop is to entry on that trade if you took it. Watch for 33 down to 50 on the Dow. Watch a trigger short on the Dow. Support at 89 of the 1 minute grid. See perfect support over there. Above this 38.2. There's still enough. Five points. Break of these highs on the Dow, we can put a trend chaser. Five points. DAX 5 minute trend is still up. Dow 5 minute trend also still up. DAX, I'm not going to put a buy stop since we already hit that minus 161 of the daily high low. We're going to sit out of the trend chasers on that one. Support 77 off the 1 minute grid on the DAX. Watch at 33 down to 50 on the Dow. $89 if we want a grid still acting as support. Separation long on the Dow will be valid. 5 minute trend is still up. $33 up through 50 on the DAX is a valid trigger for long, but I have my buy stop above 38.2. Buy stop or trend chase on the Dow. See if we have a possibility of an extension fib on the Dow. These ranges are still not that great. No short below 38, there's only 5.4 points. Buy still to be taken on the DAX, still hasn't taken the buy. Buy took on the Dow. That is hit take profit. Took my buy on the DAX. To get out of the DAX below 23.6. These candles are very wild, guys. These point ranges are big on the DAX, so watch out. I'm going to keep trailing this extension fib. Watch still for the possibility of a 33 down to 50 on the Dow. So far, the opening on the Dow isn't that great. DAX pushing down. A little bit of a spike on the Dow. You see these candles just creating a range in between this 100 and 89 level. This 89 extremely strong level of support. I'm going to wait for the Dow to break out of this range before I take any positions on it. Forgot about the fast up there for the trend chaser that would have taken it. Still, that is, yeah, would have taken that for about 7 points. We need this candle to close below this high for possibility of a trend chaser. Broke that high. I'm going to keep trailing this grid. $33 up to 50 if you took that long. Yeah, this market is very, very volatile at the moment. Spiking everywhere. So if you have open positions, just watch out. Resistance on US tech, sorry, on the DAX at the moment, 23.6 of the monthly. If we hit the 77, shorts below 38.2, it's valid. $33 down to 50 on the DAX, not valid. Signal line is still below that 38.2. Watch a possible short coming up, 33 down through 50 on the Dow. That is triggered if you want to take that. That is below the 89 of the 1 minute grid. Possibly start measuring an extension flip from the high to low. Have a quick look above 38.2. Back to 50, we have about, let's get the right measurements over there. It's about 6.8 points. Still not enough. Didn't reach the 77, so short below 38.2 wasn't valid. What we can do is start measuring an extension flip from this high to low, significant low coming from the 50 stochastic. If you reach the 77, long above 61.8, just have a quick look. That is about 12 points. That is valid. But keep in mind, we need to reach the 77 in order for that long to be active. We've reached that 77, so long above 61.8 is now valid. About 5 minutes to go for the half past candle. We have our opening ranges. Just going to leave this position in. Just need to get these opening range levels for myself. Moving average resistance on DAX 1 minute. Support is the 77 of the 1 minute grid. See if that buy stop's going to trigger. Keep an eye, we need to get above that 89 and 50 moving average in order for that buy stop to take. Taking the buy. Stop will be below this 50 level. Keep in mind, since we're below the 50 of opening range as well, then a little bit more of a push. TP is about 4.4, not going to really move it. We can see struggling at this level at the moment. If we TP on that one. So guys, just going to finish with these opening levels real quick. Dow is really not giving us that much at the moment. DAX 5-minute trend is up. Keep in mind, we've hit that final target 161.8 of daily, and we're on 23.6 of monthly. So quite a lot of final target resistance over there. So if you want to chase the longs, just be careful. I would say at least start chasing the longs when we triggered on opening range, since we've hit these final targets already on the bigger frames. Watch the possibilities of a trigger long on the opening range for the DAX. Just going to put these extension flips to the side for now. We don't really have any triggers for them. There's an old extension flip hiding in here somewhere that we just need to delete real quick on the Dow. I see that it's still up there somewhere, so let's just see. Yeah. This does qualify for a trend chaser. Put a buy stop at this high. $5 points. On the DAX, we're still trading around that 161 final target daily high low, so I'm not going to worry about a buy stop for now, at least until we do get a trigger for long on opening range. See if we can plot an extension fib. 77 retracement from 38 to 23. Not enough, about 8 points. The Dow from this high to the low, reach at 77. It's 10 points, that is enough, but this is the 89 of the 1 minute grid, so I'm not going to put a short below that level yet, because we know how strong that 89 can be. $33 down to 50 trigger shorts on the Dow coming up. We are very close to that first target on daily high low for the Dow. From the highs, we are about 17 points away from that. Got about 20 minutes to go for that 11 o'clock candle. Where's that short coming up? 33 down through 50 on the Dow. If you want to take that, just watch out for the previous lows. Short, only going for the 5. Break above this 89, we have to take the stop. This 89 with the 1 minute grid. At least we are below that. Stochastic struggling at that 50 level. No real follow through there. Stochastic really struggling at that 50 level for the follow through. We've taken profit on that one. Back to the 50 moving average and back to this 50 of opening range. Shorts on the DAX also coming up, 33 down through 50. Have a look on this extension from above 38.2 to 50. 6.2 points not enough. Let's plot an extension flip on the Dow. Point range might still be good. From 38 to 50. 9.3 points, but keep in mind I won't take that long since we have to get above the 89 of the 1 minute grid in order to get that TP. And from 89 of 1 minute grid to 50 of extension, it's not 5 points. Have to take these levels into consideration, guys. If you take this short on the DAX 33 down, watch for this 50 of opening range as support. Same situation on the DAX. We need to get above that 89 again of the 1 minute grid in order to get a trigger above 38, but the range is not big enough. It's going to delete this trend chaser on Dow since 1 minute trend has crossed over. On the DAX, as I said, I'm not going to put any trend chasers. At the moment, since we've hit final target daily high low 161, and we need to trigger long on opening range, at least for me to justify a trend chaser position. Otherwise, you can't be going long at final target levels. Still sitting inside the consolidation areas of the opening ranges. We've got that 33 down to 50 as well, but watch out for this 50 level of opening range, guys. Very strong support level. Above 38. Oh, we're still very close to that 89 of 1 minute grid, so not going to take long at that level yet. We've seen from this morning and from previous trading sessions how strong this 89 can be. $33 up through 50 is valid on the Dow, not yet on the DAX. About 9 minutes for that 11 o'clock candle. $33 up through 50 on the DAX, still not valid. Signal line is still a little bit too much above that 50 level. We need to wait for it to actually break down and close below that 50 in order for that trigger long to be active. 33 up to 50 on the DAX is now valid if you want to take that along. Keep in mind this 89 level still off the 1 minute grid. We can see how this level was respected throughout the trading session. About 5 minutes to go. I got about 2 minutes to go. It's gone very sideways and silent, so I'm going to call it there for the morning session. It was quite a tough session. These candles are pretty big and a lot of volatility, especially coming from the DAX side. So it was a tough session, but at least we got some stuff done. So see you guys back this afternoon for some more trading. Trade safe. Yeah, we'll be back.
That's good.